So now coming to exercise 1.2 to find out the prime factors. Prime factors we have already find out in the previous classes. Say for example, take the question, suppose question number 1, we take any part of this. Suppose we take 140 to find out the prime factors of 140. So I will find the same way what we have done in our previous classes. 140, this is 2 times 70, 35, then again dividing by 5, this is 7. So we can write the prime factors for 140. So this is 2 into 2 into 5 into 7, this way. Similarly, we can find the prime factors for other numbers also. Say for example, if we take other number, find the prime factors of, say for example, it is now 5005. So again we will find in the same way, write down 5005. It will not divide by 2 because this is the odd number, ones place is the odd number. So we will go for 3. It will not divide by 3 because sum of the digits is 10. So 10 is not divisible by 3. We will go for the next higher, 5. So 5 1 ja 5, 0 0, 5 1 ja 5. So again it will not divide by 5, 6 or 7 or 8. So the factors would be 5005 equals to 5 into 1001. So similar way we will find for the prime factors of other numbers. Now see that application of the prime factors. The application of the prime factors is to find the HCF of the numbers, to find the LCM of the numbers. That what we have learned in our previous classes also. Say for example, we need to find the HCF and LCM. Find LCM and HCF. LCM and HCF of, say for example, take the smallest number 26 and 91. So first step is to find out the prime factors for both the numbers. Prime factor for 26 is, we can write in this way, 2, 13. So prime factors for 26 is 2 into 13. Prime factors for 91, similarly find out the prime factors for 91. So on dividing by 7, so this will be 13. So prime factor for 91 are 7 into 13. To find the LCM, we will take all the factors. So LCM is 2 into 7 into 13. So this is the LCM. We can find out the product and can write down the LCM. So product is, this is 14 into 13. 13 4 is 52, 2, 5, 182. So this is 182. Similarly, we need to find out the HCF. So HCF will be the common factor in both. So common factor in this and this is 13. So common factor is 13. So HCF of 26 and 91 would be 13. We will take always the common number, common factor 26 and 91. So this is 13. So HCF would be 13 in this case. Similarly, we can find the HCF and LCM for the other numbers also. Now coming to the relationship between the HCF and LCM. There is a unique relationship existing between the LCM and HCF. So this is LCM into HCF is equals to product of the numbers. So LCM into HCF is the product of the numbers. Suppose We take any example, find the LCM and HCF as the following factorization. So LCM and HCF, suppose if we take any two numbers, if we take like 15 and 12, find HCF and LCM of, HCF and LCM of 15 and suppose 25, and verify this relation. So to find out the LCM, you will find the prime factors for 15, this is 3 into 5, and for 25, this is 5 into 5. So HCF is the common factor between both. So this is 5 is only the common factor. So 5 is the LCF. LCM would be 3 into 5. So 3 into 5. So maximum times is coming. 5 is coming 2 times. We will take up 2. So maximum factors come for LCM. So this would be, find out the product. So this is 75. So 75 is the LCM. Now we will verify this relation, that LCM into HCF is equals to product of the numbers. So LCM, we have find out the LCM. LCM is 75. Write down 75 into HCF. HCF is 5. This is 5 equals to product of the numbers. So numbers are 15 and 25. So we can write 15 and 25. Now we can simplify and find out whether that left hand side is equal to right hand side or not. 5 into 5, 25, carry 2, 5 7 are 35 and 2, 37. This equal to the same, 15 5 are 75, 5 carry 7, 15 2 are 30 plus 7, 37. So we are getting both the sides equal, 375 and 375. So this verifies this, that LCM, the product of LCM and HCF is equals to the product of their numbers. Now coming to the important question, question number 4. Question number 4. It is given that the HCF of two numbers 306 and 657. HCF is given. HCF of the two numbers 306 and 657 is 9. So HCF is given as 9 and numbers are 306 and 657. So we need to find out the LCM of these numbers. So we will find the same way, like LCM into HCF is equals to product of the numbers. So LCM into HCF is equals to the product of the numbers. HCF is already given to us, numbers are given to us, we need to find LCM. So LCM as it is, because we need to find it, substitute the value of HCF. HCF is 9. So LCM into 9, this is equals to product of the numbers. Numbers are 306 and 657. So LCM would be equals to 306 into 657 divided by 9. So we will simplify it. 9 banja 9, 9 3 ja 27, 3 carries 36, 9 4 ja 36. So multiplying by this, we get, so multiply 34 by 657. So we get 22,338. So LCM would be 22,338. Therefore LCM is 22,338. So this way we can find out the LCM or HCF or any of the numbers given. Now coming to question number 5th. Question number 5th. Check if 6 to power n can end with 0 for any natural number n. 6 to power n, is it ending with 0 or not? So we know that if any number ends with 0, it should be divisible by 10. So any number ending with 0 should be divisible by 10. So this number to end with 0 means it should be divisible by 10. Factors of 10 are, this is 2 and 5. So means this number should have the factors of 2 and 5 only when it will end with 0. So 6 to the power n, this can be written as 2 into 3 to power n. We can write 6 to power n in the form of 2 into 3. 6 we have written 2 into 3 and n as it is. So 6 to power n is written as 2 into 3 to power n. Now see that for the factor of the 10, this is 2 and 5, and here the factors are 2 and 3. So this number will never end with 0 because here the factors are 2 and 3, here the factors are 2 and 5. So we will write, since the factor of 5 is missing, therefore 6 to power n will never end with 0. So this number will never end with 0 because it is not having the factors of 2 and 5, it is having a factors of 2 and 3. Here factor of 2 is present but factor 5 is absent. So it should have the factor of 5, then only it will end with 0. Now coming to question number 6th. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number. We need to prove that whether it is a composite number or not. To prove any number as a composite number, we know that composite number is having factors other than 1 and itself. So we will need to find out whether this will be having other factors also, then only we can say that it is a composite number, otherwise not. So 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. We can take 13 as common because 13 is here, 13 is here. So taking 30 is a common, so this is 7 into 11 plus 1. So this is 13. 7 into 11 is 77 plus 1. So this is 13 into 78. So we can rewrite the 78 as 13 into 78 can be written as 13 into 6. So here the factors are 13 and 6. So this number is having other factors also. They are 13 and 6. So this is a composite number. Therefore, the given expression or this expression is a composite number because it is having other factors also. Other factors are 13 and 6 other than 1 and itself. Now coming to the second part of the same question, we need to prove whether 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5, whether this number is a composite number or not. So we will take 5 as common from here. So this will be 5 times 7 into 6 into 4 because 5 is already there in the common, into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1 because 5 is common, so it will 1 itself now. So 5, now we can multiply them. 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2. So on multiplying them, we get 1008 plus 1. Multiplying 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2, we get 1. This is 1008. So 5, on adding this one, we get this number. So this is 5 into 1009. So now again, here are the two factors. So this is a composite number because it is having two factors. Therefore, this is a composite number. Now coming to question number 7th. There is a circular path around the sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field, whereas the Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose both start at the same point of the time. Now this is the circular park, suppose, and both of them are starting from the same point. One takes 12 minutes to complete and another takes 18 minutes to complete. So Ravi takes 12 minutes to complete and Sonia takes 18 minutes. Sonia takes 18 minutes to complete the same. Now we need to find out when they will meet again. So once they are moving in the same direction. So once they are moving in the same direction means minimum time would be the 12 minutes to complete. So 12 minutes to complete means before 12 minutes they cannot meet. They will start at this point. Ravi will take 12 minutes to complete this circle and Sonia will take 18 minutes. So naturally they both can never come again after 12 minutes. 12 minutes से पहले तो कभी आ ही नहीं सकते क्योंकि 12 मिनट्स तो क्या हमारा मिनिमम टाइम है यहाँ पे. रवि भी अगर कंप्लीट करेगा एक राउंड को 12 मिनट्स में, सोनिया 18 मिनट्स में, तो अभी ये कभी भी 12 मिनट्स में नहीं आ पाएंगे. मीन्स अभी हमारा जो भी टाइम टेकन होगा दैट विल बी मोर देन 12 मिनट्स ऑब्वियसली. सो मोर देन 12 मिनट्स के लिए मीन्स क्या हो गया, अभी हमें एलसीएम फाइंड आउट करना पड़ेगा. सो वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द एलसीएम ऑफ 12 एंड 18. So find out the LCM of 12 and 18. We can follow the factor method. So find out the factors of 12. So this will be 2 into 2 into 3. Find out the factors of 18. So factors of the 18 would be 2 into 3 into 3. So LCM is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So this is 36. So after 36 minutes they will meet again. So after 36 minutes they will meet again. We will need to find out the LCM of both the timings, then only we can get this.